again, when you're starting, you want to make an effort to center yourself and take some conscious breaths before you work. Okay, you always want to bring attention to that because you want to get your intention set. In doing the work, you all have a good grasp of this, in varying sequence. You want to, do some traction, and you want to do some movement. So here you want to make sure that the legs aren't that wide because you're going to lose the pressure. You want them to be a little bit about shoulder width apart, and maybe even coming up a little bit so that you can use your body weight a little bit more. But you all did really well this way. If this feels fine, it's okay. But keep the legs nice. And then thumb pressure, we all did nice. You want to just really sink in the rotation. Here. One thing you can add is bringing the feet together and putting the bottom of one foot over the top of the other, and then pressing down. You feel it opening the retinaculum at your ankle a little bit, Michael?
I feel more pressure on this ankle.
Yeah, relax. You feel it here more, right?
Yeah. Well, now I feel it.
That's because you gotta relax. You're cramping?
Yeah. Okay, it's gone.
Okay. Now, and doing, you did all this quite well. Traction, rotation. In the rotation, everyone pretty much got into it pretty well. A couple of things, like in this, I showed you this, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So you remember, if it's applicable, you could do it this way. If it's easier, yeah, because this works really nice. And you have hand here and a hand here, so that works really nice. Oh, a couple things. Come over here, son. So a couple things I wanted to show you, like with the leg in this position. And we did this. You can also just branch into it this way, where you just let the leg come over in this position to start to stretch, and add just a little compression this way. You can maybe use your knee. Pressure's okay. But take a look at this. So if you come seated here and you bring the body over enough so the gluteal is off the ground, so you can put your knee there and then just bring it. You feel the pressure there?
Yeah.
So it's just using the body weight. So the leg across, the curve of your knee, right in the gluteal between the greater trochanter and the sacrum, and then, yeah? And then you let the body come here to do the iliotibial band. Pressure's okay?
Yeah.
So this is a nice way of doing it also. If you're working with a bigger person and it's hard for you to do it any other way, you can sit down and then just let their body come to you a little bit more. This is important over here too, where the foot is not here but pushed right to the other leg, so it naturally lets the leg fall out a little bit. It's a nice point. So you can do it that way. When you all are doing this, you all seem to do fine with these, right? Graduation here, pinning so that you can do both. Now, rotation's good. One leg, the other. Now, in these rotations, again, make sure if you're using the arm that you bring the arm down closer to the body. Some of you all have the arm out here. You want to bring it closer if you're going to use this one. And then just lightly stabilize. And position yourself so that you can use this hand more on the hip, so you can ease into it like this. Okay, so you can feel that stretch a little bit more. Okay. And then this is what I want you to try next time, with the leg bent like this. And I think we did this in this class. Did we? Did we do this so far? Does it look familiar? Come.
Yeah, Zoe did that to me.
So I want you to try putting this in a little bit. Here we're... Okay? Your mind trying to figure out what's happening?
No, I think I remember you demonstrating this on Debbie.
Yeah. So, over, your knees right up against the sacrum. Like that. Opens up the hip quite nicely. In sideline, I want you to think about it one smoother move, like from here, as you bring the body across, step straight across in the sideline. Okay. And then hold on. You can hold on and stretch, you know. Okay. Now, we did, y'all are doing fine with the compressions. Compression's nice. These, good. Now, we showed rotation, and I'm doing this a little quickly, so. And then we showed stretch. But here's something I want you to try adding. Let the scapula move forward so that the vertebral border of the scapula is a little bit more exposed. And you take your fingertips and put them right up underneath there, and see, he's very tight here. So I would try this. Seated back here, putting my toes right up against there. Okay? Not too much? Okay.
Okay, that might be.
So then, just come around this way. Okay. So when you're doing this stretch, you can use the foot to work down the back. Okay, Michael? You can use the foot to create some movement in the lower back. If you're working on a big person, use foot. Really helps open up the lower back. And as far as these stretches go, I mean the compression's good. Using here, good. If you're working on someone and you're doing power compression, and if elbow's not right but you want to go in a little bit more, you can use the knee. That pressure's okay? Knee fits in there really well. Just let that weight come right through your core, right into this contact area. Okay? compressions down, source point. You did all this quite well. Compressions using his knee, foot. Now, when it comes time to do the stretch, what we were showing was this, correct? Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Now look at, Michael's got a certain amount of tension there. Okay. So there's a couple things you can do. One of them is you can turn with your back to here so it's a bigger contact area, and you just rotate. Swing around, Carol, so you can see this. And Life Fan, come over, please. So you can just rotate your whole body. You feel that, Michael? So you got to hold a leg, and just rotate. That way you can use your body weight just turning here. You can also move yourself back and use your foot on the sacrum. And you can pull back like this. Okay? Just nice and easy. Now, one other thing we can do is working the adductors that we just were compressing. We can use our knee, just like we used on the outside, where we can use the knee to compress into the adductors. That pressure look good? So that's a very nice way of doing it also. Not too much?
No.
Would you like a little bit more, or is that
Sure.
How's that?
That's it.
Okay, so just leaning back. See my foot here is stabilized. If you take the foot out wider, the leg will naturally fall towards the center more. That pressure's okay?
Yeah.